It's good having you to join us on African Free Press Television for news around Africa. My name is Leo Oketan. These are the stories we're tracking for you at this moment. A Nigerian Court of Appeal sitting in Enugu has nullified the election of Uche Ekwunife of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in response to an appeal filed by Victor Ume of the All Progressive Grand Alliance (APGA). A late judgment read by Justice Datijo Yahaya stated that the election of Mrs. Ekwunife on March 28, 2015 did not meet the prescription of the Electoral Act. The judge then ordered that fresh election is held in the Anambra Central Senatorial District within 90 days. The Ekiti State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Owoseni Ajayi, has condemned the anti-media bill proposed by Senator Bala Ibn Nala of the All Progressive Congress (APC). In a statement issued in Ado Ekiti on Sunday, December 6, 2015, Owoseni Ajayi noted that the Ekiti State government, led by Ayodele Fayose, was totally against the bill. Mr. Ajayi said the proposed bill by Senator Bala Ibn Nala is not different from Buhari's Protection Against False Accusations Decree 4 of 1984, which was considered as the most repressive press law ever enacted in Nigeria. Ajayi said the National Assembly must not allow itself to be used to bring back Decree 4 that was used against the press between 1984 and 1985, when President Muhammadu Buhari was military head of state, and a sedition law that the British colonial masters used against our fathers who fought for the independence of Nigeria. Ajayi further charged the APC to be ready to face more attacks from the media than they gave the immediate past administration led by President Goodluck Jonathan of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Nigeria's ex-president Dr. Goodluck Jonathan will be first African president who is being selected for honor by the diplomatic circles in Geneva, Switzerland. Jonathan, who will be honored for his democratic credentials and upholding human rights in Africa. He is to receive his honor on Thursday, January 21, 2016, at the group's annual dinner in Geneva in Switzerland. The diplomatic circle, which is a group of diplomats globally, have also scheduled Dr. Jonathan to deliver a keynote address at the event. Earlier this year, a public policy organization on African affairs, the African Political and Economic Strategic Center, had also nominated Dr. Goodluck Jonathan for the Nobel Peace Prize. The organization stated that the peaceful way he conceded victory to President Buhari in the general elections deserved the attention of Nobel Peace Prize Committee. The group noted that although Jonathan's act might have not promoted fraternity between nations as required of a Nobel Peace Prize winner, but he promoted fraternal peace among Nigerians by conceding power. According to Daily Onus, there was near pandemonium and confusion at the annual Global African Investment Forum held in Westminster, central London, after a heated exchange between Ghana's President John Mahama and former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo degenerated into open insults. This was due to General Obasanjo openly accusing the Ghanaian president and his government of blackmailing and collecting bribes from Nigerian businessmen in Ghana, buying numerous properties in Nigeria and South Africa, and financially contributing $12 million to Goodluck Jonathan's campaign last year. The forum, which held from 1st to 3rd December, was attended by African heads of states, ministers, private equity firms, and investors to discuss opportunities for investment and development in African economies. And the United Nations on Sunday condemned as despicable the suicide attack on an island market in Lake Chad that killed more than 30 people by the insurgent group Boko Haram. A statement from the UN Secretary General's office said that the attack carried out by 4 female suicide bombers on Kulfoa Island around 2 p.m. on Saturday highlighted the need to fight Boko Haram in a holistic manner. Moon extended his condolences to the families of the deceased and wished a speedy recovery to the injured. He reiterated his call for the countries affected by Boko Haram to address the root causes of this scourge in a holistic and integrated manner. Some 80 people were wounded in the attack, while the dead included the suicide bombers. Chad's government instituted a state of emergency in the Lake Chad region in November, saying the area had become a gathering point for Boko Haram militants. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, has named Mohamed Ali Sada to succeed Nigeria's Ibe Kachukwu as the organization's conference president for 1 year. Kachukwu, Minister of State for Petroleum, became OPEC president last Wednesday, replacing Diezani Alessandro Madueke. However, a fresh election was made on Friday at the 168th ordinary meeting of the organization in Vienna, Austria, which is Kachukwu's first meeting at the helm. In a statement by the organization registering the resumption of Indonesian as an OPEC member, the oil cartel declared the new holders of the offices. Ali Naimi, who is the Minister of Petroleum and Mineral Resources in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, was elected alternate president for 1 year period. And Rwandan President Paul Kagame has criticized nations for interfering in his country's internal affairs after condemning a move that would allow him to extend his rule to a third term. The 58-year-old leader, in his words, told leaders of political party at the Rwandan Patriotic Front, "We can be good friends. We can agree to disagree, but there is a line when it comes to the interest of Rwandans." The Rwandan Senate passed a constitutional amendment last November which reduced presidential terms from 7 to 5 years, but maintained the 2-term limit that excluded Kagame, allowing him to run in 2017 for a third 7-year term, at the end of which the new rules come into force. And meanwhile, President Kagame has said he will decide whether to seek a third term in office after a referendum, possibly this December, on a constitutional change that would allow him to run again. The debate about term limits has fled across Africa in next-door Burundi President Pierre Nkurunziza's election for a third term that forced opposition has plunged the nation into crisis. Other African leaders are also approaching term limits. And in sports, Nigeria's under-23 national team are set to face the host of the ongoing CAF under-23 African Cup of Nations, Senegal, in a semi-final fixture on Wednesday, December 9, 2015. The coach of the Nigeria team, Samson Siasia, has warned that it will be a Herculean task to play the Senegalese side in front of their home fans. He wants his boys to draw inspiration from the goal he scored against Senegal in front of their home fans during his playing days. A victory for either of the teams will ensure qualification for the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. Siasia also took time to congratulate his boys for the semi-final qualification despite recording only one victory in the group stage. Nigeria's first clean sheet of the competition only came in their last match against Algeria, which ended in a goalless draw. The top 3 countries in the opening tournament will represent Africa at the 2016 Olympic Games. And that's the stories coming from African Free Press Television. For more, please do log on to our website at www.africanfreepress.com. Follow us on Twitter at African Free Press. Like our Facebook page at African Free Press. Join us in our discussions on African Free Press Forum and subscribe to our YouTube channel at African Free Press. From me, Leo Oketa, and the whole team in the studio this evening, it's a very good evening to you. Do enjoy the rest of your night.